attention and you figured out the game, it wasn't that hard to play it.
I was going to say, it sounds like you really plugged into the power dynamic of it right away, because as a kid you learned it, you watched it, and then you knew how to like play it to your own needs.
Those are my memories. I mean, I remember though, I remember being lonely, as far as having someone who actually, an adult who, was going to give me a hug and really genuinely care about me. I don't mean to make it sound like it was all good.
I understand.
And school was hard.
Real. Tell me that.
Out of school was easy. Public school was hard. I went to public schools my whole life. It was a lot of fist fights. There was a lot of getting made fun of for your turban. It was a lot of getting made fun of, like things like, if my teacher found out I was a vegetarian in the 70s, you got sent to the school nurse because you had to be sickly and unhealthy. They looked at you different. They treated you different. I mean, I got into fist fights in my classroom in front of my teacher, and they did nothing about it. So either you learned to stand up and start throwing some fists back real quick, or you were just going to get a beating. And I'm talking, like in the case of Espanola, when I went to public school there, I was in fist fights probably three out of 5 days a week.
Truth.
You learn how to give a beating, and you learn how to take a beating. And this was American public school. What I got at school in America was way worse than anything I got in India.
And it
was way worse than anything I saw in India. Because if you weren't in school, you still had to walk home from school. So not all your fights took place on the schoolyard. And the constant.
My oldest brother is your age, and he had stories of getting chased home from school, and why India was good for him, because it got him out of that public school scene. So anyway, thank you for that, because it's a really important lens here, that 70s and 80s wearing a turban, being a vegetarian is a very different context than the popularity of it today. And even the last 2 decades.